Let's imagine we have traveled back in time. We are thousands of years in the past. A primitive human stands in front of his cave, holding a torch. Maybe he has just discovered a fire. It lights up the dark, helps him cook his food, and protects him from wild animals. Fire is one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Without it, our food will be raw, our nights dark, and our winters very cold. But what about the well? Think about it. A small road object that changed the world for centuries. It helped trade, transport, and industry. Today, we have roads, cars, and big transport system because of it. But there is something even bigger, something powerful but invisible. What do you think it is? Maybe the technology to make weapons, or the science that gave us electricity. These are important, yes. But there is one thing that changed human life more than anything else. Money. Unlike other inventions, money is not a physical object. You can touch a well, you can feel fire, but money, of course, you can hold a banknote in your hand, but what makes it valuable? Isn't it strange that a piece of paper can be powerful enough to change your life? That's because money is actually just a concept. It's based on a belief system. Well, all believe it has value, and because of this shared belief, it continues to exist. But doesn't make money less important than other inventions? Absolutely not. In fact, it might even make it more powerful. So, what did people do before money was invented? Before money, the world was very different. When people want something, they trade directly. Let's say you're a farmer and you have a lot of wealth. You want to get a new axe. But what if the blacksmith who makes axe doesn't need wood? Where is the big problem? Both people must have exactly what the other person needs at the same time. This is called the double coincidence of one's problem. If you are a shepherd and want to trade a sheep, but the other person doesn't need one, what happens? This made trade slow, complicated, and uncertain. Money is not just a tool for exchange. It's also a way to store value. Before money, some people had no way to keep their wealth. Imagine a farmer who grows grapes. A blacksmith can make tools all year and sell them whenever people need them. But a grape farmer can only trade during the grape season. On the top of that, grapes spoil quickly, so they cannot be stored for long. This means that even if the farmer works as hard as the blacksmith, they cannot keep their wealth throughout the year. Another big problem with the barter system was the gap between production and demand. In today's business world, one of the key rules for success is finding the right niche and offering a product that people want. But thousands of years ago, this was not just business advice. It was a matter of survival. If you produce the wrong goods, you could literally starve. For example, let's say you are a craftsman making pottery. But if people's main needs are food, shelter, and security, no one would even look at your pots. A farmer would rather trade his last grains for a sword because protecting himself is more important than owning a pot. That's why those who produced the most essential goods had the most power in trade. Blacksmiths, salt traders, and food sellers become rich, while those who made less important items had to struggle to survive. This imbalance led to the birth of commodity money. Instead of direct bartering, people started using the most widely accepted goods for the trade. These were usually items that were durable, easy to care, and always in demand. Some of the first forms of money included salt, animal skin, weapons, and seashells. For example, even if a farmer didn't need salt, he could still trade his grain for it because he knew that others would want salt. For the first time, people start making decisions not just based on their own needs but also on what the market needed. This idea helped humanity move away from the barter system and towards a money-based economy. However, there was a problem with new exchange method. Money needed to be rare to have value. This is very important. The more common something is, the less valuable it becomes. If everyone can get something easily, it cannot be valuable. That's why things like sand or seashells were not good as currency. Around 770 before century, the first metal coins were made in China. At first, people created small models of the tools they had been using for trade. Soon, they were shaped into round coins and cast in bronze for everyday use. Now, they had a real value because bronze was rare and valuable. However, rulers and kings quickly realized the power of money. The more valuable metal coins you had, the more power you controlled, but producing precious metal coins was expensive. So in 600 before century, King Elites of Lydia established the first official mints. He created coins made of a mix of gold and silver and stamped each one with a symbol to indicate its value. This allowed people to recognize a coin's worth just by looking at it. But kings want to mint for money. To do this, they start mixing valuable metals with the cheaper ones, reducing the actual value of the coins. Over time, coins become worth less than the amount of metal they contained. At this point, money became an illusion. Its value was no longer based on the metal inside, but on what the government said it was worth. As international trade expanded, carrying heavy metal coins became impractical. Instead, kings began issuing paper certificates known as banknotes. At first, these certificates could be exchanged for a fixed amount of gold or silver, but over time, people relied less on metal coins, and eventually, a system was created where paper money was accepted and valuable without being backed by real gold or silver. This was the birth of the modern fiat money system. Today, with a fiat money, governments can print as much currency as they want. For example, if the American government needs billions of lira for major infrastructure project, it can simply print more money. However, it has a consequence: inflation. If the amount of money in circulation grows faster than the goods and services being produced, prices rise and the purchasing power of money decreases. In 2020, the global pandemic caused serious challenges for the US economy. To stimulate economic activity, the federal government introduced a large stimulus package and injected a massive amount of money into the market. In recent years, a significant portion of US dollars in circulation has come from this newly printed money. However, since the production of goods and services did not increase at the same time rate, inflation became inevitable. The truth is that throughout history, empires, kingdoms, and economic systems have collapsed. But those who direct their wealth into the right assets have always survived. From Rome to Ottoman Empire, from Weimar Germany to the 2008 financial crisis, it has always been ordinary people who suffered from the devaluation of money, while those who understood the system found ways to profit. Today, the situation is not different. As inflation rises, the purchasing power of currency declines, and people start searching for alternatives. Assets with limited supply, such as gold, silver, real estate, stocks, and Bitcoin, act as shields against the cycle of collapse. For example, during the 2008 crisis, when trillions of dollars were printed, gold surged in value, proving its role as a safe haven. After 2020, the rise of digital assets and commodities showed that people were looking for ways to escape the system. Here is the key point. Those who cannot protect their wealth suffer the most from economic crashes, while those with financial literacy always find a way out. The game doesn't change, but the players can. The gap between the rich and the poor may continue to grow, but for those who develop financial awareness, crossing that gap is possible. In conclusion, money may be an illusion, but how we approach it's very real. If we understand the economic system and direct our wealth into the right assets, we can build the path to financial freedom. And remember, knowledge is your most valuable asset. The game may be tall, but for those who know the rules, there is always a way out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video. Take care.